A major WWE star worked the Royal Rumble Premium Live event injured. We've got future plans for a returning WWE star and an update on the return of Mercedes Moné. Stay tuned for the news. Royal Rumble on Saturday night, just 4 matches on the card. One of those was the United States Championship match, Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens. I really enjoyed the match. I really loved the finish. I thought it was really inventive.
It was a really clever finish.
Peed people off.
It did, and that's the whole bloody point. But thoughts are with Logan Paul potentially at this time because the post-show interview where he's just out of it, I'll take on anybody. He's either a really good actor or he's actually concussed.
I didn't see this. Was this like a social media exclusive?
Jackie Redmond backstage, I believe it was, just, you know, the whole Royal Rumble set behind him.
He's
just like, it's on Twitter. Go and have a look. Oh, sorry, x.com. It's on there.
It was weird. Why did he grab a pack of tissues from the announce desk at the end?
He might legitimately be concussed.
Right, okay. Anyway, one half of that match went into it hurt, and it wasn't Logan Paul. It was Kevin Owens. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer stating Kevin Owens worked the Royal Rumble match with a fractured foot. Owens fractured the foot in his SmackDown match on the 5th of January against Santos Escobar. Had been on the show doing physical angles to build to the Logan Paul match, but that was his first wrestling match. He hadn't been doing house shows or anything like that since the injury. I wasn't aware.
I didn't have a clue, but I guess the silver lining to this horrible cloud is the fact that we can use the meme now that Carlito's given birth to. Whose fault is it? Santos Escobar. But yeah, you couldn't tell. Kevin Owens was running around that ring like there was nothing the matter with him, going up the top rope to do his frog splash. Everything was normal, it would seem, so fair play to the pain-killing injections. And for Kevin Owens for taking them, I'm sure he had a lot of them.
He's just a nutter, isn't he? He'll do whatever. Where do you see Owens at WrestleMania? It's tough, isn't it?
I've got no idea. They're going to run this back, aren't they, surely?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I think maybe Chamber. If Logan goes to Chamber, surely it's LA Knight, Logan Paul at Mania.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as LA Knight gets the win, I think that'll be a crowd-popping, roof-raising victory for the fans.
First singles, first title win, apart from the $1 Million Championship, of course.
And the Slim Jim Meat Stick Championship.
Sorry, the Meat Stick Championship as well, and the car and everything. You know what? I guess a good problem to have is that you've got such a stacked roster. But man, that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is going to be packed with main eventers.
What is Kevin Owens? I can't even think if they're not going to prolong this feud until WrestleMania. I haven't got a clue.
Triple threat, maybe. Maybe that's the way to solve it.
Yeah.
Get Kevin in there. Anyway, time will tell on that one. Speaking of the Elimination Chamber, PW Insider have revealed a little bit of what the plans might be. The word making the rounds at the Royal Rumble over the weekend was that the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, emanating from Australia this year, of course, will feature a women's chamber bout with the winner facing Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. 2 favourites in this right now, at least according to this report. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan should be considered the favourites to face Rhea at WrestleMania.
It seems like a foregone conclusion, the way that things have been built up subtly, I should say, on Raw over the last few weeks. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley sort of been going at it, but not quite going at it, but also having a couple of segments together. So maybe, I've seen in the press Becky Lynch saying that she hasn't had an Elimination Chamber appearance yet. That box will get ticked off at Elimination Chamber.
Is she not?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, wow.
I think she was saying, I'm gagging to have one.
Right.
She probably has had one now, but yeah, check Cage side. I'm sure she hasn't had one. So maybe she'll get the victory, then just go to WrestleMania. It feels a bit too soon for Liv Morgan, although, of course, her and Rhea were a tag team a year or 2 ago, weren't they?
Yeah, there's something to play off there for sure. I think the money match there is Rhea versus Becky.
Yeah.
Rhea going over Becky as well at WrestleMania is certainly the way that I do it. I think it'd be a shame for Rhea, who's had a pretty lengthy title reign at this point. She's beaten lots and lots of people, to drop it to somebody who's just like held everything and done everything before. So a big win for Rhea Ripley at the Showcase of the Immortals is something that I'm well up for.
Yeah, it feels like this would be the first one that, like, in terms of sheer popularity, this is the first one, our first defense that Rhea could have, where someone on the other side of the ring is like on a similar stand, and it feels like everyone else has just sort of been down there. She's up there.
Becky's down there.
Do you reckon compared to Rhea?
No,
she's like there. If that's Rhea, that's Becky.
There's nobody on Rhea's level. I really do believe that. But in the most fans' eyes, obviously Becky's done it all. She more than deserves to be there. I would expect Becky to win that one.
Yeah. No, Rhea. You meant Rhea.
Huh? No, sorry, the Chamber.
Oh, the
chamber.
Yeah.
No. Rhea, 100%. Yeah. It should be Rhea at WrestleMania. Over to SmackDown now. Fightful Select giving us a few details on Naomi's return, saying that those we spoke to in TNA said that things were pretty clear by the start of the year that Naomi would be wrapping up. Told that WWE had maintained interest in Naomi for over a year until the unofficial hiring freeze happened. By that time, it was lifted. She had obligations to TNA, and the reason that I say SmackDown is because she is expected to head over to the Blue brand.
And also maybe not the Bloodline, but Jimmy, of course, is on SmackDown. That is her husband. It makes a lot of sense that all these couples now travel on the road together, which is nice for them, because they used to split them up, didn't they?
They did. They've got a lot better at that now, haven't they? Yeah. It's like when the draft happens and you see like, oh, Seth's on Raw, you know where Becky's going.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, whoever's announced first. Do you think that it's a shame that, because like you've got to imagine that the Bloodline is wrapping up at WrestleMania. Do you think you'd think so, wouldn't you? I think Roman's going to go away after dropping the belt. He'll probably hold on to it now. Do you think it's a shame if we don't get it that we never got Naomi in the Bloodline?
Yeah, because we never had a lady in the Bloodline.
No, never.
Fighting their battle. So yeah, it feels like the WrestleMania sort of card for the women's title on SmackDown sewn up with Bayley and Io Sky going to go at it. So yeah, it is a real shame. I don't know what Naomi does to spin her wheels that isn't the Bloodline.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? This is why they need a mid-card belt. The last thing I'd want to see is for her to just get chucked in.
I know what happens, Adam.
Go on.
She makes the witches feel the glow. And she lifts the curse from the women's tag team titles, which is a storyline they've referenced on TV, but haven't gone the whole hog on.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's an idea, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Anyway, Mercedes Moné, a bit of an update on her wrestling return from PW Insider, saying, in speaking with the same sources who originally confirmed to us that Moné would debut for New Japan Pro Wrestling at the 2022 Wrestle Kingdom event, they're told that Moné, why can't I say this? Mercedes, Sasha, will be back working in pro wrestling by March, and I quote, not for WWE. PW Insider Elite also adding that she's planning to visit Japan. They were just told visit, so it doesn't mean that she's going to be wrestling. And then to expect a big return in the States.
We have seen Sasha Banks just train in Japan numerous times over the past couple of years. It feels like her just sharing pictures from dojos on her Instagram. But obviously this now, I think the fact that she didn't turn up at the Rumble on Saturday night sort of just gave away the fact that if she is going to stay in America, it is going to be AEW. There she goes.
It's as good as a done deal. Or it probably is a done deal, in fact. March is interesting. Revolution is early. Is it third? Yeah. So I think that's probably the time that they have her come out, isn't it?
Yeah, big time. Sting just retires. Mercedes Moné comes out
to take his place.
Singles match, one-on-one.
Yeah, with Ric Flair. Do it all again. All that stuff. How do you feel about her going to AEW?
I tell you what, the AEW women's roster gets stacked and stackeder by the month and the monther, because we've had the Virtuoso, Deonna Purrazzo sign, and now getting Mercedes Moné in there. While it has been protracted? I guess it has been, because she was at Wembley last summer, wasn't she? So yeah, it always boils down to how much TV time Tony Khan's going to give them.
Totally it.
They've got the roster, they've got the characters, but are they going to get the TV time to showcase their stuff?
Yeah, PW Insider, when asked if it does mean she's AEW bound, said that they can't confirm that, but they did also ask if she's going to be TNA bound, and they were told no, she's going to AEW. I really do think it is a done deal at this point. I'm looking forward to seeing her back. Looking forward to seeing what she can do. Obviously, she's like one of the best going, but had her return cut short by injury. It was rough timing for her, and I think we would have probably seen her in AEW before had the injury not happened.
Yeah, makes you wonder what happened with WWE. Was it just down to money? I sort of read that a few months ago.
Yeah, there was that report circulating that she wanted to be. I don't know if it was like she probably asked for a set amount of money, which happened to be more than Charlotte Flair. So it was like she demanded the most money out of any full-time wrestler in WWE. And part of me is like, yeah, know your worth. But I can imagine that rubbing people up the wrong way for her to be coming back after such a controversial exit and everything. Does that not present the idea that, hey, everybody should just walk out? Do you know what I mean? There's something about it. Anyway, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing her back. That is it from us. Stay tuned. We've got loads of fun content coming up this week. We've got one more Rumble list going out. Tom's got a massive piece to camera. So stay tuned for all of that. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.